Good morning and welcome to the second day of the ceremonies here at the Lowry. Today, the University of Salford will honor graduates from 3 schools: the School of Community, Health Sciences and Social Care, the School of Computing, Science and Engineering, and the School of Environment and Life Sciences. Well, in just a few moments, nearly 400 graduates from the School of Community, Health Sciences and Social Care will be presented to the Chancellor of the University of Salford, Professor Sir Martin Harris. Each graduate will receive their certificate along with a limited edition print by acclaimed Salford artist Harold Riley. A significant number of graduates from this school work for local government in jobs such as care manager, counselor, family support worker, and social worker. Other occupations include community support worker, education welfare officer, lecturer, mental health officer, project officer, and team leader. A few decide to become self-employed or freelance, working mostly in acupuncture, counseling, and complementary therapy. Well, the ceremony's just about to begin, and I'll be back later.
I declare this ceremony open for the conferment of degrees and diplomas of the University of Salford. Welcome to this ceremony today in Salford's magnificent Lowry Centre, when we gather together to mark the award of degrees to so many of the university's graduands. It is a special pleasure to welcome not just the graduands themselves, but also their families and friends, here to share their pride on this very special occasion. Today's ceremony marks a momentous day for our graduating students, celebrated not just here in Salford, but around the world. Last year, the ceremonies were viewed in 77 countries, as well as in 206 cities and towns here in the United Kingdom. This year also, our ceremonies are being filmed live and broadcast via the web stream around the world. Our university has a rich history stretching back to 1896. Back then, the Salford Working Men's College joined forces with the Pendleton Mechanics Institute to form the Salford Technical Institute, which quickly became the Royal Technical Institute Salford. The Duke and Duchess of York officiated the opening ceremony, and Manchester's renowned Halley Orchestra turned out to accompany the proceedings. At that time, at the end of the 19th century, mechanical engineering, chemicals, textiles and construction dominated the industrial scene in and around Salford and led the choice of subjects on offer. A century later, in 1996, the final mergers took place to form the University of Salford as we know it today, with a very different range of subjects meeting contemporary needs. I first came to the University of Salford as a young lecturer in 1972, leaving 15 years later as Pro-Vice-Chancellor. 5 years ago, I was delighted to be asked to return as Chancellor, and I'm only sorry that this is the last year of my 5-year term. During those 37 years since I first arrived, having married a girl from Manchester, I have seen so many changes, almost all for the better. Most of all, perhaps, is the physical environment in which we are celebrating today. Here in the former Docklands, we find not only the splendid Lowry Centre, whose grand opening as a Millennium Project in 2000 I remember so well, but so very much more besides. And there's one project in particular that I want to allude to, because it says so much about the value that a university can bring to its region when it adds to its own strengths to those of its community and of the nation. And thus it is with Media City, right around here, now fast becoming a reality. The university has signed a contract to lease 100,000 square feet of property right next to the BBC on the waterfront here at Salford Quays, and our university centre will open in 2011. This development is right at the heart of the biggest single investment in new media ever made in the United Kingdom, and will create so many new opportunities for our graduates and others in related fields. We've already signed a far-reaching partnership agreement with the BBC, which will open up new pathways into employment in the media industry and develop new talent within the region. The agreement will include new courses such as a BSc in digital technology, enterprise training for our students, and student placements within the BBC and other related industries. This is just one example of our growing involvement with the Media City UK project at Salford Quays, and will greatly raise the university's profile in this most important of fields. But just as important is the university's ever-growing involvement with the NHS, and thereby with the health and well-being of our fellow citizens. Ever since that early work, 40 and more years ago, on what we then called orthopaedic mechanics, the University of Salford has developed its courses and its research in ways that enable our graduates to serve the community locally, nationally and internationally in an ever-growing range of aspects of health care. Just to mention one recent example where so many of the things a university can do come together, last November the university signed a £1.5 million 3-year partnership agreement with Skoll, the global foot giant owned by SSL International, the Manchester-based consumer healthcare company. Through the Feet Matter partnership, the expertise of the University's Centre for Rehabilitation and Human Performance Research is being used to inform and contribute to the development of products at Skoll. The podiatry team from the School of Healthcare Professions are supporting Skoll in the provision of its knowledge and education strategy, and patients everywhere are benefiting. Closer to home, the university's estate's master plan is nearing completion and includes ambitious plans for the complete transformation of the university campus over the next 10 years to enhance the university's infrastructure and thereby, of course, our students' experience. Most recently, this has included improvements to the Adelphi Building's dance studios, refurbishing of the Allerton Annex to create art studios, and the development of office and meeting space in Acton Square. We've also earmarked funds for the creation of a one-stop shop for students within University House to provide access to all student services in a contemporary and exciting environment. While plans are being drawn up elsewhere for new investment in central Salford, such as a rebuilt Salford Crescent station, that may bring hundreds of millions more to this total. The university and its surroundings are being and will continue to be regenerated and transformed so that both the university and the wider Salford community will benefit from one of the greenest and most environmentally attractive inner city campuses in the United Kingdom. I could, of course, go on and on. I just will share with you two final examples of how the university is doing so well. The university made its largest ever submission to the research assessment exercise in 2008 and achieved an impressive set of results, with 83% of the research being assessed as of international quality, 43% being either world-leading or internationally excellent. Overall, 12% of this research submitted was assessed in the highest possible category, that is, world-leading. And research of this quality reinforces our outstanding teaching and, of course, our contribution to the community. And in a quite different vein, in April 2009, Salford Student Union was awarded a prestigious Bronze Standard Environmental Award in an accreditation scheme to help Students' Union do their bit for the environment. This year, 79 students' unions took part from across the UK, and Salford gained national recognition for its efforts to improve environmental performance and met no less than 22 of the criteria to win that bronze award. And let me now say just a word about the School of Community Health Sciences and Social Care, whose students are graduating in this ceremony. Firstly, we might celebrate the school's research, highly cited, especially in the areas of public health and social work. The results demonstrate a real achievement in increasing the research activity of the school. Social work research in particular has moved forward a very great distance. Public health research at Salford is internationally recognised for its excellence, and the expertise is key to developing research excellence across all the disciplines of the school. The school has also looked again at its own structure. The school has come together in a cohesive way under 3 new directorates: social work, psychology counselling, and psychotherapy and public health and community studies. The basis for the school is clearly seen through these directorates as being the non-medical approach to the holistic health and social care of patients. The new directorates are now more able to work together to enhance each other's activity and, more important, the student experience. It puts the school in a position to be very responsive to current social and political concerns. In particular, the fact that public health has joined the school has been a great benefit. It's increased our portfolio in a distinctive way, enhancing our social science rather than our medical approach to health and social care. It has also helped to bring forward the school's internationalisation agenda. Most significantly, perhaps, it has brought to the school significant and internationally recognised research expertise, which is strengthening the research activities of the school as a whole. Let me end as I began, by congratulating most warmly all those who are graduating today. You are now entering the next phase of your lives, with your new qualification hopefully helping you not just to gain personal satisfaction in what you do, but also enabling you to put back into society, wherever that society may be, some of the knowledge and experience you have gained here at the University of Salford. As my own association of nearly 40 years with this university draws to a close, I would like to remind you that there is no such thing as a former member of the university. You, like me, are alumni, members of the worldwide network of Salford graduates for life. Graduands, I salute you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to begin the ceremony with the postgraduate awards, and they are presented individually. Chancellor. On behalf of the Faculty of Health and Social Care, I present to you, for the award of Master of Arts in Gerontology, Stephen Mark Lonsdale. Stuart William Murray. Fungwa Florida and Zulu. And for the award of Master of Arts in Learning Disability Studies, Sabi Connor. Immaculate Shongkong. Maria Sava. Abigate Bitala. For the award of Master of Arts in Social Work, Rachel Barlow. Claire Marie-France Bayaram. Rahina Begum. Rachel Chakawadza. Sally Louise Cobden. Sibuisu Nadazingo Dewa. Elva Dodd. Lynette Tracy Duxbury. And Juarka Ehard. Fatima Fash Kabar. Sarah Madeline Farrell. Alice Fakure. Colleen George. Lila Jinder. Zoe Greenwood. Rachel Sarah Hornsby. Emma Louise Jones. Philippa Jordan. Mireille Kankindi. Ruth Helen Kelly. Tanya Radzwa Wendy Mambasa. Maria Martin. Emma McLean. Elizabeth Moyo. Pegeen Claire Murphy Emerson. Sarah Pollock. Eleanor Simpson. Carolyn Sneath. Gareth John Stevens. Rebecca Ellen Taylor. Monica Ann Villaseñor. Amy Louise Walton. Vicky Winslow. Charlotte Simone Young. And for the award of Master of Science in Childcare and Family Practice, Sharon Barlow. Nicola Suzanne Firth. And for the award of Master of Science in Counselling Studies, Elizabeth Averill Baird. Elaine Allison Ridgely. And for the award of Master of Science in Public Health and Society, Amy Joanne Ashton. Helen Darlington. Canisius Duspassi. Annabella Satu Gloucester. Fiona Heather Inston. E.J. Whitehead. Nicola Shelley Wood. And for the award of Postgraduate Diploma in Counselling Studies, Rekha Tandon. And for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Community Development Work, Patricia Ann Fuller. Isaac Jakira. Innocent DeVore Mancho. Shahida Samreen. Tirmirat Nagash Siyum. Leslie Sitoli. And for the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Social Work, Rajwant Biring. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, undergraduate students will be presented for their awards in groups of 3, and I would be grateful if applause could take place after the final name in each group of 3 is announced. Thank you. Chancellor, on behalf of the School of Community, Health Science and Social Care, I present for the award of Graduate Certificate in Counselling Joanna Doodson, Cassandra Elizabeth Dunlop and Joanne Hyde. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Post-Qualifying Studies in Health and Social Welfare, Eugene Ann Bagan, Paula Beverly Bates, Dawn Marion Buckley. Pauline Joy Buckley, Elizabeth Anna Chivers, Maureen Elizabeth Crease. David Ian Faulkner, Lisa Marie Ferguson, Jean Gotheridge Brown. Rebecca Hayworth, Angela K. Heppel, and Louise Hill. Faye Andrea Hollis, Brian Johnson, and David Stephen Mayer. Hilary Nuttall, Pauline Angela Oreggio, and Sarah Jane Peace. Shabanu Remtulla, Kevin Andrew Sharratt, and Mandy Thomas. And Sharon Marie Walsh-Gravel. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Social Work Studies, Nadia Ahmed, Ruxana Ahmed, and Karen Elizabeth Andrew. Delane Samantha Armstrong, Donna Marie Aspinall, Pauline May Baker. Amanda Jane Blakehow, Diane Marie Brearley, Louise Brearley. Julie Brown, Michelle Ann Callow, Jane Louise Carey. Lisa Ruth Chaplin, Helen Teresa Kofi, Amy Louise Cooper. Leanne Marie Cooper, Linda Cooper, Joanne Louise Corr. Jacqueline Crooms, Georgina Louise Cunniff, Elaine Cutbush. Jennifer Elizabeth Daly, Yasmin Dar, Sarah Louise Davis. Michelle Linda Dawson, Barnubian Dadokia, Melanie Jane Dickinson. Sarah Louise Entwistle, Kerry Evans, Claire Michelle Fenton. Deborah Flounders, Fazila Gajara, Laura Naomi Goutry. Jennifer Ann Gorman, Emma Louise Graham, Yasmin Hamid. Angela Hawksworth, Michelle Jane Heath, Danielle Lisa Hibbert. Louise Michelle Hill-Kirk, Samina Kauser, Victoria Jane Knowles. Donna Marie Lloyd, Monica Patricia Mark, Dawn Marshall. Joseph McCusker, Keely Lisa McIlvenny, Cheryl McMorrin. Zilly Human Marriage, Laura Marie Miller, Tracy Margaret Millett, Hannah Moore. Lynette Morgan, Linda Murphy, Nazreen Nawaz. Green Naoni, Kelly Sarah Oldfield, Nicola Jane O'Neill. Liz O'Rourke, Jade Leanne Parnell, Dino Pietro Passarello. Hafsana Patel, Louise Justine Patterson, Gemma Louise Perkins. Jane Perkins, Tracy Perkins, Michelle Platt. Jacqueline Ann Price, Jade Nia Rogers, Deborah Sharples. Linda Sharrock, Stephanie Louise Shawcross, Donna Louise Stocker. Pauline Jane Such, Kerry Anne-Marie Taylor, Wendy Jane Thomas. Miriam Janetta Tracy, Anne-Marie Trimble, Claire Anne-Marie Whitehead, Deborah Jane Wood, Lee Wolfe, Marina Wright. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Complementary Medicine and Health Sciences, Gillian Edmondson, Natalie Harper, Carol Adele Hignett. Sally Ann Noel, Rosie Potter, Michelle Frances Westhead. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Complementary Therapy in Practice, Carolyn Mary Hallett, Michelle Hughes, Darren Stephen Todd, and Sarah Jeanette Wolfe. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Counselling and Complementary Medicine, Jennifer Rose Bolton King, Shana Mia, Amy Victoria Napper, Catherine Patricia Wadeson. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Counselling and Social Policy, Simranjit Gill, Itrat Khan, Lisa Jane Watson. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Health Sciences, Crescencia Bunu, Lindsay Elizabeth Heron, and Caroline Louise McAvoy. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Health Sciences and Social Policy, Zakia Hafiz, Claire Parry. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Integrated Therapy and Practice, Noreen Amjad Bhatti, Lorraine Christina Chalfont, Sarah Louise Connolly. Karen Dixon, Anne Susan Hamnett, Kerry McGreer McGreal, and Charlotte Rose Nelson. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Professional Counselling, Mary Sandra Davis, Shelley Ann Gerard, Danielle Marie Sloan, and Liam Gerard Sloan. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Professional Studies in Nursing and Social Work Learning Disability, Juliet Bomber, Louise Christine Brown, Michelle Kenworthy. Pamela Jane Leyland, Siabazi Romaki Lunga, Middling Makiana, Kieran Patrick McCormick, Aoife McGuigan, and Patience Ndlovu. Esna Nyahuma, Annetta Thompson. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Psychology, Razina Abdullah, Marine Ahmed, Sharmeen Akhtar. Andrew Stephen Armstrong, Leanne Bartley, Catherine Ann Brown, Adam Drinnan, Liam Stuart Matthew Duffy, Hayley Marie Finnan. Carl Derek Gale, Matthew Hall, Lauren Hannah, Sana Ilyas, Cleo Hav Jones, and Sally Kent. Michelle Sarah Knight, Christy Rebecca Alexia Laganis, Christopher James Lowe. Natasha Rochelle Ivadny McIntosh, Tamina Munir, Mumtaz Zira Naqvi. Ryan Stephen Price. Lucinda Louise Littler Rose. Stephanie Jane Rowland. Jourdain Patricia Smith. Nicola Speak. Mariam Tanvir. Paul Vicario and Rufi Shing. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Psychology and Counselling Studies, Aktaz Ali, Karen Berry and Ruth Crosgrove. Claire Louise Daly, Warren Enright, Katie Ann Hawkins. Tahira Nafessa Javed, Emma Jane Jones, Hayley Michelle Kendall. Marketa Kroskova, Gemma Ann Mulholland, Samantha Lucy Powell. Adele Marie Smith, Sophie Elizabeth Thomas, Catherine Amy Walsh. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Psychology and Criminology, Carey Eleanor Griffiths, Natalie Ann Hume, Sabahat Mohammed, Joshua James Parker and Judith Powell. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Psychology and Health Studies, Samira Farid and Jenny Frost. Miriam Ngwendi and Catherine Ryan. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Social Policy, Nazia Aslam, Nicole Binns, Malcolm David Allen Boyce. Judith Bradley, Claire Louise Crossfield, Alison Mary Cummins. Sharon Sandra Darby, Vanessa Francis, Fahima Jalabi. Glyn Hall, Kaylee Hennigan, Karen Elvine Francis Hewitt. Mariam Isaac, Naziba Kauser, Rebecca Kelly. Gemma Littlefair, Deborah Masama, Anna Jane Mello. Kelly Miskin, Shadal Pasval Najib, Kirsty Irene Peter O'Neill. Mandy Parker and Hannah Jane Thomason. For Bachelor of Science with Honours Traditional Chinese Medicine Acupuncture, Deirdre Baker, Cyril Barnard, Louise Victoria Crew. Daniel Menachem Gillis, Carl Hesling, Pui Lo. Annette McAvoy, Noah Mellor, Jennifer Lauren Moore. Rachel Osborne, Ian Allen Radford, Robert David Smith, Andrew Williamson, and Veronica Sheila Wrench. For the award of Foundation Degree Science Complementary Therapies, Karen Elaine Byrne, Michelle Louise Hardman, Pamela Carol McClintock, Lauren Marie Mead, Holly Michelle Moore, Kelly Ann Webster, Pamela Whitaker, and Catherine Ann Williamson. For the award of Diploma of Higher Education Counselling, Karen Elizabeth Britton, Ashlyn Siobhan Garside, Bernadette Hawley. Rena Patel, Claire Marie Rigby, Jennifer Jane Wilson. And for the award of Diploma of Higher Education Social Work, Paula Tracy Campbell, Michelle Ann Highland.
Well done, Michelle.
For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Psychology, Shaban Azid Hussain. For the award of Social Work Studies Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Michael Webster. For the award of Master of Arts in Social Work, Anastasia Day Dunker. For the award of Psychology and Health Sciences Bachelor of Science with Honours, Marcus McFarlane. For the award of Master of Arts Social Work, Chinyeri Beatrice Amobi. For the award of Bachelor of Science Psychology and Counselling Studies, Sola Sei Young. For the award of Master of Arts Social Work, Bosedi Adibosola Ogundipi. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Social Policy, Nicola Binns. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Social Policy, Bambi Shamala. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Social Work, Yasmin Dar. For the award of Bachelor of Arts Social Work, Zi'ihi Huma Mercy. For the award of Master of Arts Social Work, Thambani Ndlovu. For the award of Postgraduate Diploma, Counselling and Psychotherapy, Marcia Bryan. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Social Work, Anna Dickinson. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Complementary Medicine and Health Sciences, Teresa Coxey. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Professional Studies in Nursing and Social Work Learning Disability, Fadzayan Komazama. And for the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Traditional Chinese Medicine Acupuncture, Shintan Li.
Before we close, I'd like you all to join in a really great round of applause for all our graduates. Can I ask our graduates now to put their hats on? I declare the ceremony closed.
Well, that's all from our first session here in the Lyric Theatre. On our second visit to the Lowry, graduates from the School of Computing, Science and Engineering will receive their awards. So join me just before 1:15.